Welcome to today's video. We are going to be making Jalapeño Cheddar Sourdough Bread. And for that, I am going to be using the TeeMars Sourdough Starter Kit that I absolutely love. I've been using it for a few weeks now and I absolutely love it. It comes with the whole set of the mason jar to put the starter in, a silicone spatula, a trimming knife with 5 blades, this metal scraper that has like measurements on it, and it also has a ruler on both sides, which is pretty cool. I've been using this non-stop. It helps so much to cut my dough when I make multiple loaves. And then I will be using these silicone proofing baskets. One is 9-inch and the other is 10. Everything came together, so I didn't have to buy anything individually, which is amazing. So let's get started by feeding our starter. I love this jar because it actually has the temperature sticker on it and a band around it where I can keep track of where I feed my starter and where it's at, so I can see it rising. The sticker that says the temperature, it gives me a lot of peace of mind to know that my home is at the perfect temperature, which is supposed to be from 70 to 80 degrees. Right now, if you zoom in, I think I'll show it later on in the clip, but it's at 76, so it's actually at the perfect temperature, or within the perfect temperature, which I really like. So right now I am feeding the starter. I'm actually not measuring anything. I just kind of eyeball the feeding. I just make sure that I feed it enough and it's a thick pancake consistency. I like this rubber spatula because I'm able to mix all of the starter. It reaches all the way down to the jar. The jar is actually 32 ounces, so it can make 4 to 5 loaves of bread if I'd like. And this scraper actually helps me clean up the sides really nice. So there's a temperature 76, so I'm just gonna let this sit on my counter. And this is after 1 hour. The starter was already growing, and this is after a few hours. I lost track about the time, but here it is. And then once it was ready, I just went ahead and started mixing all my ingredients together. So I love this jar so much. So we are going to start off by mixing 150 grams of active starter, and then I am going to add some warm filtered water. I usually add around 350 grams, but for some reason I did 342. I think I was probably distracted with my kids, so I didn't add the extra 8 grams of water, but it was fine. So I went ahead and mixed those 2 ingredients together. Then I added 500 grams of unbleached bread flour and 10 grams of salt. And I mixed everything together. I have been reading some comments about over mixing my dough, so I am listening, I am learning. So this time around, I didn't overmix. I mixed just enough and I let it rest for an hour. So now we start the stretch and folds. So my daughter's actually helping me do this part because she loves it. So we turn the bowl 4 times around, stretch it, and then we just cover it again, and then we do it all over 4 times. So after the stretch and fold, instead of waiting 1 hour like we did the first time, I go ahead and do the stretch and folds every 30 minutes. So this is the second stretch and fold. This is the third stretch and fold, and then we're gonna go ahead and do the last and final 4th stretch and fold. Then I go ahead and let it bulk ferment on my counter. I think this took roughly around 8 hours from the moment I mixed all my ingredients together. And then I went ahead and started to shape. I actually did 2 loaves this day. I did 2, one with less jalapeno for my kids and then one with more jalapeno. I filmed the one that has less jalapeno, but I feel like maybe I should have done the other way around. But, you know, mom life, I kind of messed up and recorded the one with less. But regardless, I showed the results at the end of both loaves. So, like I said, this one is the one with less jalapeno. You can go ahead and add way more. you know, to your liking, but here I am. I'm just putting the cheddar cheese just spread around with my son. He's actually helping me here. Some people like to shred the cheese, some don't. So I just make them into small little cubes, and I actually use pickled jalapenos. I know some people use fresh, and I have yet to try the fresh one, so let me know if any of you guys have tried the fresh one and the pickled jalapeno. Which one do you like more? I am really enjoying this pickled jalapeno one. So we just went ahead and put some on this dough, and my son is so cute. He's just like putting all the cheese because he says the jalapeno is too spicy for his fingers, like the pickled juice of it. So he was just helping me here put the cheese, and then I go ahead and just fold the dough, you know, towards the center, and then I just added a few more pieces of cheese and some more jalapeno. Right here you could have added more, and then I went ahead and fold the other side towards the center. Right here I only added cheese, so if you want more jalapenos, go for it. Here's your chance to go all crazy. For the other loaf that I did add more jalapenos, and I did add jalapenos here too. So then I go ahead and just roll up my dough and just try to shape it as best as I can without having the dough rip. I'm still pretty new at all this sourdough stuff, but my bread has been coming out so delicious and my family loves it, so I wanted to share. And here I am placing my dough in my silicone proofing basket, and I love this basket because it doesn't mold like the, you know, those bannetons, and it's easy to wash. It is dishwasher safe. You can even bake with this proofing basket. It can reach up to 446 degrees, which is amazing. So go ahead and check them out. I'm gonna link a link in the description so you guys can check out TeeMars on Amazon, and I have a discount code for you guys. It's wanna bake, so go ahead and check them out. I also use this trimming knife, which is very sharp and amazing. It makes it so easy to score the bread. So I preheat my oven to 500 degrees with my Dutch oven in there, and then once it preheats, I go ahead and lower it down to 450. I bake my bread for 20 minutes with the lid on and 25 minutes with the lid off, and I get this beautiful crust. And here is the bread. We go ahead and cut this in half just so we can show you guys. So this is the bread that doesn't have too much jalapeno in it, so it's mostly like cheddar cheese inside, but it still has little pieces of jalapeno here and there. Look at that rise, it's beautiful. My husband is always squishing the bread so you guys can see how soft it is, but I'm gonna show you guys the other bread with more jalapenos in it. It was so delicious. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Don't forget to check TeeMars on Amazon to make it easier on yourself to just buy everything all in one set, which is amazing. You don't have to be looking for everything individually. And if you made it this far into the video, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.